Today I'm going to be doing a video on kind of my pet peeves of pageant girls, I guess, and just some basic etiquette that I think a lot of girls forget. Um, Now, there's things that I've noticed, and there's things that girls have done, and I'm not trying to put anyone down, I'm not trying to offend anyone. Some people might have a different opinion, say, like, oh, well, that's not that bad. It's just things that I don't particularly like or that I think are rude, but whatever. So, the first thing is wearing one sash with a different crown. I've seen this a couple times, and I just think I think it's disrespectful. I feel like you're disrespecting the title, both titles. Um, I know sometimes crowns are really big, or sometimes they, uh, I don't know, are uncomfortable or something like that. And then that's when I would say just wear the sash, and then put the crown on for a couple pictures or something like that. Some people say like you shouldn't wear your crown. You shouldn't wear your sash without your crown. I don't know. There's definitely been times that I've worn my sash and not my crown, especially at events or at other pageants. I think it's great to represent your organization, but if you're going to be a distraction or if your crown is taking away from somebody else's pageant experience, then I don't think that's right. So that's my little thing about that. I think that you should just respect your title. And the other thing that I've seen girls do is go to an event and wear multiple titles. No, not at the same time, obviously, but they go to one event, they're in the same outfit, and you see them post pictures with 3 different titles. I just don't think that's good. I think you should select your title that you're going to wear to the event. So if it's in one certain area, maybe you wear a title from that area, or if, say, you have a title that's very, I don't know, it's a lot about community service, then I'd wear that title to your community service stuff, or if it's one that's very marketing related, then I would wear that one. So you just have to kind of, if you have multiple titles, realize which one you should wear to what event and not mix them, because it looks like you don't know what you're doing, or that you're just a crown chaser, and no one really wants to be known as a crown chaser. I don't think you're a crown chaser if you have multiple titles. I have multiple titles right now. But I think every competition that I've competed in, it's had its own purpose. So I don't think there's a problem with having multiple titles at one time. So that's that. Another thing is not wearing proper attire when you have a sash on. No, I don't think you have to be in an evening gown all the time. No, I'm not saying that. But you should at least be dressed appropriately. So I say, when you have your sash, no jeans, ever. And some people say, well, we're doing a cleanup event, or we're doing something else, blah, blah, blah. That's when I would say, for me, I usually wear like a capri, like even if it's like a white, maybe the only thing I would do is like a white jean material or a khaki or something like that. I just hate jeans with sashes. I just think it looks messy. I don't know. I don't like it. Alright, and so my last pet peeve, which is a huge pet peeve for me, is, and I know a lot of girls have it, and I'm not trying to bash you, I promise, I'm really not. I'm not trying to get on people's bad side, which I'm really good at doing apparently, but I just hate it when girls have GoFundMe accounts for a pageant. I said it, I know, I'm sorry, but pageants are expensive, dresses are expensive, outfits are expensive, but if you don't have the money to do it, I don't think you should compete. Now, there's difference from fundraising, doing events to fundraise, having sponsorship opportunities, selling ad pages, stuff like that is different. But literally just going on there and being like, oh, GoFundMe. Like I don't know. I just think pageants are not a necessity. They are, and they're not a necessity. They're a lot of fun. It's a hobby, and it's an expensive hobby. And so if you can't afford it, then I don't know. I'm probably gonna make so many people mad with this video, but I'm just saying my own pet peeve. I just think it's just disrespectful. Not really disrespectful. I just think it's so. I think GoFundMe should be for people that really, are falling into hard times or have health problems or things like that. So I just don't think it's right. If you do it, fine. A lot of girls do. A lot of girls have, trying to get money and things like that. I get it is expensive, but I think there's other ways to do it. Hold a yard sale, do a dinner. Even if you sell a product and kind of upsell a little bit and have a thank you for doing that. But I think that you really appreciate it more if you work for it. So for me, last year to compete at Miss Florida USA, I babysat a lot and I pet sat a lot. And I am not a pet person. So, I just got out there and I did the work and I made the money myself. And I think that you really appreciate it a lot more. Like I said, sponsorships are fine. I just think that just asking people for money for pageants is kind of, I don't know. I just don't like it. So those are my pet peeves of pageantry and a little bit of, etiquette. One more thing added on the etiquette side is that anything you're doing in Sash and Crown, you should be at least 15 minutes early. If it's a walk, if it's an event, if it's interview, if it's visiting another pageant, you never want to come in on time. Because for me, I say if you're on time, you're late. Alright, so I'm excited. Actually, I'm competing this weekend. Kind of a last minute thing. Really, I tripped on my gown at Perfect, which you all saw. I posted it. And I really want to make sure that I can walk properly in the gown before nationals for American Natural Beauties. So I am doing a small local pageant and to really just practice being on that stage. It's a runway stage again, so I just practicing being on the stage, practicing in the dress again, and making sure that I am in my tip-top shape for nationals. And I'm looking at, I might be competing one more time before nationals, and I'm like, wow, I'm competing a lot this year, but it's one of my last, I'm getting towards the end of my pageant career. I'm going to be doing Citrus next year, and I'm hopefully looking into doing Petite USA, which their nationals is on a cruise ship, so that's really cool. So, or not their nationals, their internationals, their world pageant or whatever is on a cruise ship, which is cool. So I'm thinking about doing there and then doing Citrus again, and hopefully I'll be able to go to Perfect next year. This year I couldn't go because of work, so I can't go to nationals, but just kind of doing that kind of stuff. And then, but I'm starting to realize that it's towards the end of my pageant career. Hopefully I'll get into a little bit more coaching and inspiring the next generation. So if you have any questions, again, just put them in the comment box, and I will talk to you next week. Bye, everybody.